Umidigi is back at it again with yet another awesome new device. In this video, I'm going to be introducing to you the Umidigi A7 Pro. So this is the Umidigi A7 Pro. Now the A7 Pro technically is the successor to the A5 Pro, which was a pretty remarkable device because it gave you a lot of awesome features and great specifications for the money. So it looks like Umidigi is taking everything that was great about the A5 Pro and taking things up a notch to the A7 Pro. Now the Umidigi A7 Pro features a 6.3-inch display at 1080p. The display itself is IPS LCD, but if the display is anything like the display that we got with the A5 Pro, then it's going to look really good. Umidigi uses really nice display panels on their devices, and they're always really bright, vibrant, videos look good, pictures look good, so thumbs up to Umidigi for certainly not compromising when it comes to display quality. Now the device does feature a water drop notch at the top, but it appears that we're getting a really good screen to body ratio, and the actual display features a 19.5:9 aspect ratio. Now the Umidigi A7 Pro features a quad camera setup. You can see with the camera design, it's very similar to other devices out there like the iPhone 11, Google Pixel 4, the Samsung Galaxy S20, and Samsung Galaxy A51, in the sense that we do have this squared off camera module. But with the phone, we are getting a quad camera setup with a 16 megapixel main camera, a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, giving you the ability to take photos at 120 degrees. We're getting a 5 megapixel depth sensing camera and a 5 megapixel macro camera for close-up photos. And for the front camera, we're getting 16 megapixels. One thing I've noticed with Umidigi is that every time they put out a new device, their camera quality does get better and better. So I am very optimistic that with the A7 Pro, they're going to continue that trend and give us good camera quality. Now the Umidigi A7 Pro is going to be offered in two different storage configurations. So you can get the phone in 64 gigs and also 128 gigs. Now both phones do feature micro SD card expansion, but I know that if you're like me, you probably want to get a lot of internal storage. So it is cool though that they do give you at least two different storage configuration variants so that you can choose whichever one best fits your budget and your needs. Now in addition to that, both devices feature 4 gigabytes of RAM, and the processor inside is the MediaTek Helio P35. So the Helio P35 certainly isn't the highest end processor out there, but in a second here, we'll be talking about pricing and availability, and it certainly will make sense that we are getting the P35. So I'm personally completely happy with that processor making its way over to the device, and it certainly makes sense for a phone in this price range. Now with the device, we're getting a beefy 4,150 milliamp hour internal battery. We're also getting a fingerprint sensor on the rear, but as far as the battery goes, Umidigi claims that we can get 2 days of usage out of the device with that beefy battery. So I'm definitely looking forward to, when I eventually get the device to cover here on the channel, doing a battery test to really see if it lives up to that. Now the device is being offered in two different colors. You can get it in ocean blue and cosmic black. So I personally like the ocean blue the most, but it really comes down to your personal preference. It also looks like the material on the back side of the two devices kind of features a wavy look to it. So in general, this device looks like a very attractive piece of hardware. Some other cool bonuses that we're getting with the A7 Pro is that we're getting USB-C. So that is awesome. If I can recall, the Umidigi A5 Pro had micro USB, so I'm happy to see that we are getting USB-C with this phone. In addition to that, we're getting a 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom of the phone, which is fantastic. We're also getting a fingerprint sensor on the back of the device too, so that's always a great thing to have as well. And as far as pricing and availability goes, this phone is going to officially launch on May 26th, so it's not quite ready to be launched yet. However, if you go over to AliExpress right now, you can actually pre-order the phone and get a very significant discount on it. I believe when I checked a second ago, you could pre-order it at $99. So that's really incredible. I believe that would be for the 64 gigabyte variant. But check it out for yourself to see what it's currently being offered at. Now, when the phone finally does launch, it is going to be available at around $150. But again, just take a look at the link in the video description. Check it out for yourself. Prices always change and everything, so just take a look and see what it's at. But one thing's for sure, I am certainly very excited about this phone. I'm looking forward to covering it here on the channel as soon as I can. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for that content. Once I get the phone, I will be comparing it to other devices that I have that compete against it as well, just so that you know exactly how the device stacks up to the competition. But my name is Kevin, this is the Umidigi A7 Pro. I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative, and I will see you in the next video.